you'd be amazed at how many bad guys, loved him to death, even when he was taking him to jail.
Just a few days after a terrible incident in Hazen, the memory is still fresh for Jeff Goss.
One of them answered and said he was on scene and told me who it was. And I broke down, and my sheriff looked at me and goes, "Get out of here, go."
Almost no one in either Beulah or Hazen has Christmas on their mind this week. Instead, the focus has shifted to remembering Deputy Paul Martin.
You could really sum Paul up in one word, and that would be devoted, honestly. Devoted to his wife, devoted to his agency, and devoted to his community. Just a genuine guy.
Martin was killed last week when responding to a high-speed pursuit along Highway 200. Martin was struck and died at the scene when the driver wanted in the case slammed into Martin's vehicle. Paul
did everything that he thought was right at that moment. I don't question a single action that he did. I know and trust Paul. I've trusted him with my life.
This is home for him, too.
In addition to serving Mercer County, Martin had also worked as a Hazen police officer for 3 years. So a neighbor suggested that both Beulah and Hazen do what they could and hang as many blue ribbons as they could around both towns to honor Martin.
They were gone within an hour.
Antoinette Heyer spent much of the weekend making calls and passing out as much blue ribbon as she could get her hands on.
Something minor, but yet it makes a person feel that we're contributing and showing compassion, which is what we really need in the days ahead.
Both towns will soon gather for Martin's funeral, and you can expect to see plenty of blue on homes and light poles around Beulah, Hazen, and Mercer County.
And every day, one city officer might be coming in, and you can tell that they're hurting, and so we hurt with them.
In over 2 decades, Goss says Martin impacted several lives, and he says it's just not possible for Mercer County to replace a person like Paul.
Don't love Paul just because he gave his life, right? Don't thank him or send prayers just because he gave his life for our community. Thank him because he spent 20 years bleeding for this community.
In Beulah, Joel Porter for KX News.